YouTube, hey, hello, how are you doing? I go by the name of Mike T, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video. Now, over the weekend, I did manage to take a little mini vacation with some friends, and I did pick up a couple of things. So if you're interested to see what I picked up, go ahead and drop a like real quick. Now, let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're back. So as you can see, over the weekend, I was able to pick up two new things. One in downtown Austin at Nice Kicks, and then the other one that was delivered to my doorstep. So let's go ahead and get into both of them and see what they look like in hand. So first up, we picked up the Toro Bravo or Raging Bull 5. And these originally released back in 2009. And of course, I wasn't able to get my hands on them back then, but I was able to get them for a friend of mine. But fast forward 12 years later, I'm able to pick them up for retail. So I didn't hit on the Nike sneakers app back when they released earlier this year, but they've been having plenty of restocks. And luckily, when I walked into Nice Kicks, saw them sitting on shelves and immediately thought that they weren't going to have my size. The one that was on display was 8.5. So usually I thought that was going to be the biggest size, but luckily they had one sitting in my size and I was able to pick it up for retail. So again, patience is key. You know, it may take 12 years, but hey, I got them for retail. So again, on this one, it's got this red suede on the front, and a couple of differences from the OG to this retro is the OG was a little bit more vibrant of a red, and I guess on camera it's picking up like it's showing pretty red, but the OG was still just a little bit more red. And on here, this is a shorter, kind of a rougher little suede, whereas the OG was a little bit longer and it was a little bit nicer of a suede. So, you know, that's just kind of how you can differentiate the OG from, you know, the modern retro. So again, everything else is pretty much, you know, identical. Pretty much that red suede or nubuck all the way around. You got white mesh on that little cage on the side. You got the 2-3 in red embroidered on the back, as well as the black Jumpman, and then again hits of the cage in white here on the midsole, followed by the all black on the midsole, all the way around. On the bottom, of course, you get your icy Jordan 5 with that red Jumpman and Jordan on the bottom. Reflective 3M sun on the front with your black Jumpman. Got your lace slot and your little lace holder in red. And the insole is looks like it's black with a white Jumpman on the inside. So, pretty much standard, to the OG. Of course, like I mentioned, some minor differences, but that was the pickup that I got that I was pretty happy with at Nice Kicks for retail. So again, that was a Raging Bull or Toro Bravo Jordan 5. Okay, so next up is a shoe that not everybody is gonna know, but if you follow, the shoe game or you follow sports, then you'll kind of know who this is by. This is called the Gouache by Mache. I know it rhymes, so slight bars there, but just take a look at this box for one. It's pretty much predominantly all white. It says Gouache on there by Mache. I know it's hard to see with the lighting, kind of blasted out there, and it's also got the sizing. You can't really, if I can get it to pick up on camera, I guess it's not, but it's got the numbers on there, and it's got slash for a 10 because they only come in whole sizes. So they go from 5 all the way to 14, and they run a little bit big. So I'm a true 10 and a half, but I got a size 10 in these, and they fit me perfectly. So, anyways, this is the box in white, and once you open it up, got that blast of color. So he wanted to go with the watercolor effect, and this was actually a design that his wife actually gave him. So typically, what he does, he has his own silhouette, and he uses his Vibram sole, or midsole that you have on here, as well as the outsole, and pretty much he changes the upper on every one. So traditionally, on his designs, he travels somewhere. I believe it started with the Centralia, which I believe is in Philadelphia, and it's kind of like a ghost town now. But I guess there's still a few people that live there that just kind of refuse to move. But anyways, there's a cement street there, and pretty much it's just covered in graffiti. And I did have that original one, but I ended up selling it just because it was just something that I didn't wear as often, and I liked it more, I guess, at the beginning. But then again, I kind of fell in love with some of his other colorways better, so I sold that one so I could get this one because I thought this one was way more fire than that one. But anyways, I believe he's had 5 so far. But anyways, Mosh is a customizer on. I guess he kind of blew up like on Instagram, but he's done anything. He's done work for LeBron. He's done work for Stephon Diggs, I believe, Travis Kelsey, Jarvis Landry. So plenty of NFL and NBA players, and he's also done work for some of the WWE superstars. So he's got his work out there, and if you follow him on Instagram, this is his site, or this is his page. And like I said, so these are some of his designs. This was a Centralia one that I was talking about, where the street is graffiti, and it's kind of just colors that you would pick up on the graffiti art that was on the ground. So those are the Centralias. Those are the first ones. Again, these are some of just the customization work that he's done. Again, there's Bret Hart, there's Edge. These are the gouaches that I picked up here. These were just letting us know that they were shipping out. But as you can see, this is the St. Charles one that he did for New Orleans, which kind of resembles the little train car that goes around downtown. The same colors that picked up, and then the inside is like a caramel brown, which represents the little seats that are inside. So, he pays attention to detail whenever he goes traveling, and that's normally what his kind of niche is, I guess. He go wherever he goes traveling, that's kind of where he picks up the inspiration for the shoes. So like I said, those were the St. Charles ones for New Orleans. If you go further back, these are the Badlands that he traveled to. So this kind of represents like the sediments and like the gravel. So I mean, like I said, it's pretty cool to see. And these are the full 5. That's the Centralia. These are the Skull for the Vikings. They have yet to be released, but he said they are going to release. These are the dry Tortugas that he's had. Again, these are the gouaches, and then these are Badlands and St. Charles. So like I said, he's had several. This is, like I said, that was that train car inspiration that I was talking about earlier. Again, he's just the Badlands, kind of where he went to travel, the sediment erosion and stuff that kind of gave him the inspiration for that shoe. And then let's see, so there's still the Badlands, his Viking ones. And if you go further back, these are the dry Tortugas. And See, that's kind of like the inspiration that he's talking about, how he goes about the different materials. And usually he's got top-notch materials, so that's another thing too. And one of his biggest things that he has on here is that he does a 72-hour pre-order. So it's usually through the weekend. Most of the time, you know, it starts on a Friday and it wraps up on a Monday. So it gives people, whoever wants them, you can buy as many pairs as you want to. So that's a plus side too. Instead of like Nike sneakers app, you don't get that notification that you got them, and you know you're upset about it, or if you don't get that winter notification on the Adidas Confirmed app, you know, he gives you the option to guarantee your shoes. Granted, you do have to wait about 8 weeks for them to go into production, and by the time they hit your doorstep, but you know, by the time they get to you, you know, it's really worth it. So again, he does use really good materials. He takes his time on there, and so all of the qualifications on here, you know, fit the bill. So I mean, they do run a little bit pricey. They're about $300, but again, it's just something that you're not going to pick up on shelves. You know, not a lot of people are going to get it. You know, not a lot of people know about it. You know, and I put a picture on Instagram, and instantly a lot of people fell in love with it. So again, it's just something to stand out. You know, a little statement piece, especially for this one. So like I said, typically he does something whenever he travels. He goes somewhere and he gets that inspiration, but his wife kind of gave him the inspiration, like, hey, you're an artist, you know, let's kind of go back to the roots of what started it. Let's go back into the watercolor effect, you know. So he didn't want to do the traditional tie-dye effect, so he did watercolors where the colors kind of blend in a little bit more, and it kind of just gives it a little bit more pop, you know, not like tie-dye does. So yeah, he definitely killed it, you know, knocked it out of the park with these. And again, I'll just go back and show you up close, like the colors on these are just crazy. Like, you know, that's no filter, you know, the way everything just kind of flows. And the beauty about this is that everyone is a one of one. Like even the right shoe to the left shoe is different. So every pair is going to be a one of one. You know, granted, they're all, you know, made from the same canvas sheet, but the pieces are kind of they're pieced together to fit, you know, and kind of flow together. But at the same time, you know, they're different. So, and it also has a navy outsole followed by that white midsole. And again, you know, it's got a canvas with just all those watercolors. And underneath here is got your little navy 3M hits, which he's known for putting underneath these little layers up here where the eyelets go. But again, these are the Gouache by Mache. And man, these are like the perfect summer shoes. So I'm definitely ready to bust these out. Again, I just got these this weekend whenever I was out of town. So they were here on my doorstep when I got here. So I've yet to wear them. Been raining the last couple days. So for sure, this weekend, I'm definitely busting these out, and I plan to turn some heads. But again, you know, this is just a couple things that I was excited to pick up. I was excited that they were on my doorstep. So again, you know, it's time to, it's good to, for things to open back up, you know, able to go and hang out with your friends, you know, go out of town together, take trips together, make memories together. And that's, you know, what this is all about. You know, I do have my own friends, you know, and I do that are separate from the sneaker community, but, you know, some of them are slowly getting into sneakers as well, you know. You know, people like the fact that you can turn, you know, something into a money in a quick, you know, quick flip. So again, you know, I do it for the love of the game, you know, love the sneakers, you know, the culture, and just, you know, hanging out with you guys. But, you know, some people like to make style, which I don't knock either, because time to time too. So again, these are just two shoes that I was happy to pick up. I'm glad I had them this weekend waiting for me. So again, I'm ready to get back on the grind. I'm ready to knock some more videos out. These are just two that just happened to come up. We'll see what we get into next. But again, thank you for taking your time and hanging out with me. I've seen those likes lately, and I've seen those views go up, and I've been seeing people share my video and saying that they enjoy them. So I love hearing that feedback from you guys. Again, comment down below which one you like better out of the two, or what you'd like to see in the future. I love hearing about you and your W's that you've been getting as well. So let me know if any of those tips and tricks were able to help. So again, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for taking time out of your day, coming and sitting back with me. Again, my name is Mostly Mike T. So peace and blessings. Have a nice day.